like 30 bucks a piece, and there's really just nothing that works as well.
Oh.
Brett saw, I think, the original one I built from scratch, where you take 2 pieces of fencing and sandwich some aspen in between it, and it worked great for about a year. And then as I turned it off for the winter, turn it back on in the summer, it all just crumbles and blows all over the plants, and it's like, well, I might have saved $1,000 bucks, but it cost me more than that in time, effort, and profit loss, you know. So something like this, do it right. Just do it once. Get the right stuff. There's some stuff that's highly developed that you're just not going to synthesize any better.
How many years does this last?
Really good.
Depending on your water, you'll see right here they were starting to build up a little lime. So if you were, these were 2 pieces that never got used. But if you had really hard water, I would imagine they wouldn't last more than 3 or 4 years. But you can wash them with vinegar solutions and stuff and break that down and kind of rinse it off. So it's really just, it's going to be a management issue. You'll notice they're ultra brittle. I think you would beat them up before they quit working for you. You know what I mean? And honestly, no matter how ugly they are or calcified they are, their goal is just to
hold the water
expose
out there.
water to air, and they're going to continue to do that. So I would think you'd have to turn this into a solid brick of limestone before it literally quit working. Now I'm sure there's a level of effectiveness and efficiency. Right here's my favorite, though. Once again, watch head. Little 300-gallon system. This is real easy to build. You can build one of these for about 700 bucks. I install them for 18. And what I offer when I do install them is not only is it all turnkey, delivered, set up, and everything, we train you on the system, as well as we offer live gravel or live waters with inoculated gravel, which is what company works. So we're basically offering a turnkey system, 100% ready to go, -20. Which I'm ready to hit my electrolysis, so I can start off and you're like, hey, that's something I can't show you? I need to fix that. I'm offering this guy right here as a kit, and then I have a guy who says, well, I want a greenhouse. This is not an example of what I'm going to build, but I have a blueprint for a small greenhouse. It's like, I can build you a greenhouse for 1,200 bucks and this. So the whole thing turnkey would be like $3 grand.
Do you do this to Dallas, or that's only local, right?
There's a guy in Dallas that I could connect you with named Dave Pennington, who knows exactly how to put this together. He's been here multiple times. I highly recommend him in the Dallas area. He and I agree on methodology 100%, and I'm going to give you his number. I don't know anyone else in the area, but I know I can trust whatever he would tell you. 214-235-5839. Make sure and tell him Rob Nash sent you. I'm sure he'd be glad to talk with you. He's actually installing, he's the guy who does those domes, not the geodesic domes, where they blow up the big pillow, the bubble, and then they put the concrete over it and all that. You know, they have that worm guy on the side of the road or whatever. It's built like a caterpillar.
Yeah, we saw that on the way up.
It's those that he's building, and he's looking for people in Austin, in the Dallas area, that would like those installed. He's going to do fish tanks out of them and the long wrap troughs too. So I think it's a great product. It's bulletproof, fireproof, and the cool thing is, if you want to drill a hole in it, you do whatever you want, or break it, and patch it.
So what do you say this whole thing goes for right here?
You can build this yourself for just under 700 bucks. All home, once again, all Home Depot. It's 2 4x8 with 2x12s, pond liner. This is decorative. The most important part is your bell siphon.
That's the trick, right there.
There's a formula to that.
You call that a bell siphon?
Yes. Right? This is, there's multiple types of siphons. They have J-bends, loop, a couple other ones. They call this one a bell siphon. It looks like a bell. And what you have in here is your standpipe, siphon, guard, and then it gets a little tricky. When you get down here, this is something we call the Nash blaster, because normally your plumbing would have to go over the top, but by doing this it allows us to go through the sidewall, because for obvious reasons I wanted the leg room. It's really nothing special. It's a piece of 4-inch and it's just not glued. If you glue this, the air will block your flow and won't allow your siphon to work. By just leaving this pipe about this long and then putting this over it, it's like having a bucket here. It doesn't know that it's running into a pipe.
Is there gravel in there? Or?
Nope, it's just water. So the water level is equal to the fish tank water level, right? normally that would create an air block and it would keep it from working.
Why that thick?
Because if you just use the 2-inch,
Yeah,
as this thing engages, it
Yeah.
geysers out of the top.
Yeah.
It would just go, and it would only do, you know, maybe a third of a cup or 2 teaspoons every time, but 28 times a day, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So you just fatten the pipe a little, and it just gives it space to splash around and not go anywhere. It's really very simple solution to about a 60.
See, this proves to you should move to Texas.
60 hours it took me to figure that out. And it might have taken you less, but I can
How
tell you.
are you plugging into using that same seal as before?
Once again, a uniseal.
Uniseal. Yep.
I'll show you those inside. There's
Yep.
nothing. There's
Yeah, we don't have time.
there is no substitute. for
Okay.
these.
Not going to make us fly.
Hey, we gotta
We
go.
gotta go.